Can you follow the 8 Noble Truths without meditating? Thank you for that question. That's really a good one. The Noble Eightfold Path of practice is the Buddha's prescription, the healing journey, to heal us from what? To heal us from suffering, and to address the causes of suffering, and to show us how to cultivate letting go of suffering, to find ourselves at the end of suffering, ultimately a place of complete freedom from suffering. Well, the Eightfold Path has different kind of aspects to it, doesn't it? So there are the 3 factors that are about behavior, how we manifest in the world. The Buddha gave kind of 3 aspects to cultivate skillfully, which is how we speak, how we act, and how we spend our time, how we work, what is our livelihood, what is our contribution as people who have skills, who can work in the world. So these 3 aspects are the Sila aspects, which are really relating to goodness, to developing virtue, so that we're not harming in any way, not adding to the suffering of this world, but actually working to alleviate suffering, to at least be harmless. So these aspects are very practical, very much how we manifest in the world. Right speech, right action, right livelihood. Then there are the wisdom aspects of the path, right view and right intention. And these 2 are ways of thinking and approaching life that we can cultivate, that don't necessarily require meditation, but which are very helped by meditation practice and which lend themselves to a kind of contemplative approach to life. Right view, right understanding is understanding the 4 Noble Truths. So understanding the Eightfold Path, how to put it into practice, understanding the first Noble Truth, which is the truth of suffering, that there is something amiss here. There is a kind of dis-ease. There's something that needs healing here. There's ways in which we suffer. So looking at that, investigating what is the cause of suffering. Second Noble Truth, the cause of suffering is wanting and not wanting. It's desire in all its different forms. It's hatred in all its different forms, confusion in all their different forms, and the ways in which these obscurations, these clouds, these hindrances clog up our hearts, are sources of suffering for us, are the dis-ease that we're dealing with. And then the third Noble Truth, the way to let go of all of this suffering, the way to let go of the obscurations. And the Eightfold Path is the way. So understanding this is something very important for us to cultivate right view, to look at the 4 Noble Truths again and again, really consider the Buddha's teaching around the 4 Noble Truths and see what you can understand, see what it means to you, and how you can use these teachings to understand more clearly how to relate to life. And then right intention, the Buddha is encouraging harmlessness, avoiding harm, avoiding cruelty, and also developing the quality of letting go, renunciation, letting go of habits, letting go of patterns, letting go of our knee-jerk responses to life, observing reactivity in our meditation practice or in our lives, and being willing to look at that, investigate that, and not necessarily follow the same old patterns. See how there's suffering manifesting there, and be willing to study, scrutinize, and let go of suffering. Now, the thing is that the way to really do the work of changing our habits, of observing the conditioning that's here for us, and of getting a handle on how to begin to move through and let go of old habits, of our past history, of all our suffering, it really requires these other path factors, which are the samadhi factors. They're like the meditative factors of the path: right effort, right mindfulness, and right samadhi, right stillness. So I would say that it's pretty clear from the teachings of the Buddha that he was really encouraging us to meditate. He was encouraging us to find a quiet place, a secluded spot, and sit, or whatever posture we find most helpful. Sitting's probably the best for most of us. Sit ourselves down and bring our attention right here. So the renunciation aspect of right intention, let go of the world around you right now and pay attention to what's happening right here, this mind, this body. This is meditation, and many suttas, the Buddha is encouraging us to meditate. Meditate, he would say, meditate. Time is short. Life is very short. Don't waste time in distractions. Meditate. You can follow the Eightfold Path to a certain extent without meditating, because you can really focus on living a very virtuous, moral, upright life, harmless life, and developing wisdom. But I would say that to really fully cultivate the Eightfold Path, you have to bring in, you really want to develop the right effort that leads to right mindfulness and right samadhi, right stillness, so that we're learning how to be present, and we're learning how to observe reality, and we're learning how to make peace with reality. It would be very difficult to cultivate in this way without actually doing meditation. And to meditate, ideally it's good to be still, it's good to be alone if we can, or in a group of people who are also practicing meditation. And it's so helpful to give ourselves a boost for our meditation practice if we're struggling, if we're not inclined to meditate, to actually go on a retreat, try it out, put ourselves in a very helpful environment with lots of good spiritual friends around us, and allow ourselves to be guided and receive some Dhamma teachings, and actually give time and energy for meditation. I find that really helpful. If there's any sense of struggle with practice, it's really good to go find a teacher, ask questions, ask for some meditation guidance, and better still, to go on a retreat if that's at all possible.